Welcome back, and we begin this half hour with breaking news. Frederick Douglass was one of the most powerful and inspiring voices against slavery in 19th century America. Born into slavery in 1818, Douglass experienced the harsh realities of life as an enslaved person, cruelty, injustice, and the constant denial of his humanity. But despite those challenges, he refused to be silenced. In 1838, at the age of 20, Douglass escaped slavery and began a lifelong mission to expose the truth about slavery, to demand equality for all, and to use his voice to bring about change. Through his speeches and writings, Douglass challenged America to live up to its founding ideals of liberty and justice. In this video, we'll explore his early life, his writings, especially his autobiography, Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave, and how his words helped shape the fight against slavery and inspired future generations. Frederick Douglass was born in Tuckahoe, Maryland in 1818. He never knew his exact birthday and was separated from his mother at an early age, a common cruelty under slavery. After escaping slavery, Douglass became a prominent abolitionist, writer, and speaker. He worked mainly in northern cities like New York, Boston, and Rochester, where he spoke publicly against slavery and fought for civil rights. But Douglass didn't just stop at advocating for African American freedom. He also became a strong supporter of women's rights, especially women's suffrage, believing that equality must include all people. Through his life, Douglass wrote 3 autobiographies. Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, an American Slave, written in 1845, which described his early life. My Bondage of My Freedom, written in 1855, which reflected on life after slavery. Life and Times of Frederick Douglass, written in 1881, which covered his full life, including his political work and fight for civil rights. He also delivered powerful speeches including What to the Slave in This 4th of July and Self-Made Men. Each of his speeches revealed his depth of intellect, emotional strength, and unwavering belief that America could become a better, fairer nation. Douglass began his public speaking career in 1841 after attending his abolitionist meeting. His first autobiography, published in 1845, made him famous across the United States and even in Europe. He continued to speak, write, and advocate for freedom all the way until his death in 1895, over 50 years of activism. But what drove him to dedicate his life to this cause? Frederick Douglass wanted to expose the cruelty of slavery and show people, especially in the North, that slavery was not just a political issue, it was a human tragedy. He wanted to challenge America's contradictions where a country that preached freedom still allowed millions to be enslaved. Douglass believed that education was the pathway to freedom, that if people could read, write, and think for themselves, they could no longer be controlled. In his autobiography, Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, Douglass shared his own experiences as a slave. He described in vivid detail the pain, fear, and brutality that enslaved people faced every day. He tells readers about being separated from his family, witnessing violence, and the struggle to learn to read and write. But Douglass didn't just tell his story. His themes of freedom, equality, learning, and justice connected deeply with readers and inspired many to join the fight for abolition. Douglass' writings and speeches played a major role in the abolition movement. His autobiography gave Northerners a first-hand look at his inhumanity of slavery, the beatings, starvation, and constant fear. His words changed hearts and minds, encouraging people to see slavery as a moral evil that needed to be ended. During the Civil War, Douglass met with President Abraham Lincoln and advised him on the issue of race and equality. He urged Lincoln to allow black men to serve in the Union Army, arguing that they had the right to fight for their own freedom. Through his influence, Douglass helped shape the national conversation about justice and equality, not only helping to abolish slavery, but also laying the foundation for future civil rights movements. Frederick Douglass' life continues to inspire people around the world. His words remind us that education, courage, and truth can bring lasting change. His autobiography was more than just his personal story. It became a weapon against oppression. Even today, Douglas' message calls us to stand up for what's right, to speak out against injustice, and to keep fighting for equality and freedom for all. Frederick proved that one person's voice, filled with truth and conviction, can change the course of history.